Hey everyone, so it's been a while since I've been able to do this. It is a episode mission and episode review. First episode of the last ever season of The Walking Dead. Been a pretty wild ride getting up here, but let's check out what the mission in the game is like. Normally I like to do it for the first time on video, so I'm kind of sharing that experience. Yes, the episode came out almost a week ago. This mission came out almost a week ago. I've been busy with Last Stand, the weekly events, Guild Wars, real life. That sometimes gets in there as well. But here we go. This episode is based on the pre-credits sort of sequence where they are raiding a military base, and it's a pretty good representation of sort of what happens in that episode. Oops, I think I have completely misunderstood how the bulldog shotgun works. So that's not a great start. All right, Princess is gonna better save her, I suppose. Let's use that. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so this episode, obviously, this is the bit where they are sort of looting a base, I think it is, for supplies. Everything goes a bit wrong, and they get attacked by walkers. It's good representation. It's a lovely single screen mission. I quite like those. All you got to do, open these doors, search the rooms, search that last table, get out. It's a good chance to earn some XP because bad guys spawn from that top right bit up there. And that means that you can just kill them for quite a lot of XP because obviously they are special walkers. So let's see, what do we get there? Yeah, 2,700. That's so just stand here, just spamming attacks and offering these guys for points. That's what I recommend you do. This is not a tough mission. You shouldn't really sort of struggle with it, so have a bit of fun with it. I've obviously bought Maggie as my leader to give me extra XP because there's not a ton of challenge in this mission. May as well just get as much out of it as we can. So the episode itself is an all-right start. It had some good stuff and some bad stuff in it. First thing that I thought, going for the sort of silent opening, it reminded me a bit of the opening to season 8, I think it was, where they were in a museum. But that's okay. It was reasonably tense, reasonably well done. I think they're morons for not trying to secure those weapons that the soldiers had. But okay. One thing that was a bit weird is that all of the zombies were not really doing anything, and then one of the characters goes, "They're waking up." Why are zombies waking up? Why are they just laying on the floor not doing anything? I'm not saying that they can't, it's just a bit strange because we've never seen the zombies in The Walking Dead be asleep or anything, so that was kind of weird. Rest of the episode, A plot, B plot, you had a bunch of characters trying to get to somewhere through the sewers. This is the first time that we've actually seen sort of Negan and Maggie's issues kind of come to the fore because, of course, Maggie is leading the group. Negan's there just generally being a nuisance, but actually making some very, very good points along the way. So when he's saying, hey, look, maybe we shouldn't be doing this, or maybe there's an alternative to doing that, he's kind of right in the most part. And that was a strength, was seeing Negan and Maggie play off of each other, Negan getting up to his usual bullshit. I love the fact that he's manipulative, he's conniving, he's very smart though, and he's very often right. And that really, really comes across. I'm glad that Maggie did get to stand up to him and say, hey, look, I'm leading because I was voted. We're going quickly because we don't have much time. She sort of explained herself. Normally Negan just gets away with being the smartest, most manipulative guy in the room, basically. And it was nice to see Maggie actually go like, bro, I'm not an idiot. I know what I'm doing. You can keep trying to turn people against me, but it ain't gonna work. So it was nice that Maggie sort of stood up. And that cliffhanger. I mean, you should have seen the episode by now, but I was reasonably impressed by the cliffhanger. I hope they don't undo it. What would be fantastic is if in the next episode we see Maggie fall to the ground and just get ripped apart. I'm not saying that I want to see that. Maggie's one of my favourite characters. Lauren Cohen's a brilliant actor. I'm just saying that would be really, really ballsy if they did do that. I don't think they will. I certainly hope that Negan doesn't have a change of heart and sort of save her, because that might be a little bit against character. Meanwhile, in the other plot, we've got Eugene, Ezekiel, Mincess, and Yumi being interrogated by the laser tag guys. And that was kind of cool. I loved the fact we got to see a different side to Princess. I don't know if she's got ADHD or something, but they're all formulating this intense plan, and she's just like, oh, look, those two guys are screwing. And that guy has irritable bowel syndrome. And she's just really observant, and I like that. She's a brilliant character. And that was kind of cool to see that. I like them having that little debate. It's weird that in both stories, visually, you had the characters sort of trapped in small environments, and you're like, this is the season opener. Don't you want it to feel a bit bigger than this? But I guess not. And it was a bit weird how Princess pegging that two of the guards were having illicit liaisons somehow translated into them being able to steal their uniforms, which were sized perfectly for Yumi and Eugene. Just so happened to be exactly the right size for them. How did they do that? How did they actually get out of the cell? How did they, secure these uniforms without anybody noticing? Just because Yumi sort of spotted, hey, look, these guys might be a little bit distracted at certain points during the day. That does not translate to, we can launch a complete jailbreak here. I think they kind of really rushed over that, and it could have done with seeing some really clever kind of sequence where they trick the guards, maneuver them to where they want, and do this. Instead, they're just like, they figured something out. Now they've escaped. They figured out one thing about these guards, and now that translates to instant freedom. You're like, oh, kind of makes the Commonwealth look a little bit dumb. Because without showing it, it doesn't, it's not a great scene. The highlight of the dialogue, they're, in the A plot, they're walking through the tunnels. Somebody makes some quip about, oh, maybe God wanted us to be here, or something like that. And Gabriel just somberly says, I would have thought he would run that past me first. You're like, no. Like, you are the least... You embody the least, worthy and traditionally Christian values of anyone in that group. You will instantly murder people at the drop of a hat with virtually no reason. You did it with Maze, the T-1000. In that episode with Aaron, you had no reason to kill him, and you just still did it instantly. The first time that we meet you, you've locked your parishioners out of your church and let them die outside. And at no point has Gabriel ever done anything even remotely sort of good Samaritan-y. So it's like, it's weird. God would... Of all of the people in that group, he's probably the last person that God would run anything by. And I don't think that God is subservient to padres either. So just because he's wearing a dog collar does not make him a man of God. He is a pretty vile human being, which I'm fine with. But I would like it if they leaned more into that aspect of his character, him actually kind of pretending to in any way embody qualities that would be considered virtuous by any religion or philosophy. Is kind of crazy, because Gabriel, you're pretty much a bad guy. You would be a bad guy in anyone else's eyes. It's just because you're part of this group that we think you're one of the good guys, but you are not. So I thought that was kind of funny. Overall, I thought it was an okay start to the season. I think it had some issues. We're actually getting somewhere, I guess, with the plot, learning a little bit about the Commonwealth and stuff. That's good. We're moving things forward. It was good to see Maggie and Negan. I'm interested to see how the cliffhanger works out. But there was, there's no great shakes. It wasn't a groundbreaking episode or anything by any means. I am interested to see how it all shakes out in the second part. So that's my review for this mission. That's my review for that episode. I think I rambled a little bit, but hey, I don't mind it when the reviewers I watch kind of ramble or get into their personal thoughts, so hopefully you don't either. What did you think of the episode? What do you think of this mission? Let me know in the comments, and as ever, thank you for watching.